Don't get married before you ask your partner these 8 questions. It's not easy to decide if your partner is someone you should spend the rest of your life with. Usually, making the decision becomes easier over time as you get to know the person and have a firmer grasp on their values. Though time doesn't make it easier, there are other factors that can make a decision a more challenging one. Typically, when you fall in love, it becomes difficult for you to recognize the traits of your partner that may cause you to be incompatible. But it is essential that you critically analyze those aspects. This is because love alone is not enough to maintain a lasting and mutually respectful relationship. Choosing the right partner is extremely important, so it's essential that you make the best choice for you. Getting married is no joke. It involves a lifelong commitment that involves bringing together 2 families, 2 lives, and everything in between. When you marry someone, you marry them with the full acknowledgement of who they are as a person. This is why it is extremely important to make sure you are making the right decision before deciding to get married. You have to take a step back and look at your relationship from an outside perspective. Are you 2 compatible? Do you see yourself being with this one person for the rest of your life until the day you die? Do you see yourself having children with this person? There are so many different questions to ask and things to consider before saying, I do. There's a reason why divorce rates are so high. When 2 people aren't prepared to get married, it often leads to divorce. That's why couples have to prepare themselves and ask each other certain questions before taking the leap. Before we begin this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more daily tips like this and turn on notifications so you never miss our new videos. Now, here is a list of questions you should ask your partner and thoroughly discuss before getting married. Number 1. What does your relationship with your family and friends look like? It's extremely important to understand and accept the role that your partner's family and friends play in his or her life. A big part of how compatible 2 people are is how they engage with their partner's family and friends. If family plays a big role in your partner's life, you need to know. When you marry someone, you marry into their family too. If your partner goes for family lunch every Sunday and that is a staple of his or her life, it is something that you will have to be okay with doing too. What role will your 2 families and friends play in your life together? This spans everything from short visits to extended stays to holidays and special events. Do you get along with your partner's friends? These are all important questions you have to ask your partner before getting married. Number 2. What is your financial goal in terms of annual income, and what are your expenses like? For your annual income, this includes how much you earn together and what your collective goal is, as well as your individual goals and how you anticipate achieving them. This can include the percentage of income you're willing to spend on maintaining your home, as well as your categories of expenses such as clothing, insurance, travel, and more. Once a couple gets married, their finances are combined. You will absolutely need to know what kind of debt, if any, your partner is in, how they plan on financing their money, and their future plans and goals in terms of finances. Do you want to buy a house? Start a business? Finances often play a big role in the demise of marriages, so it is extremely important to have full clarity about financial goals, expenses, and debts before you get married. Number 3. Will you have children together? This is absolutely something you need to ask your partner before even considering engagement. This can also often be a deal breaker for certain people. Many people get married and plan to have children after they get married. If you marry someone who doesn't want to have kids, but you do, it's usually a sign that the marriage is not going to work. You simply can't marry someone if you think he or she will change their mind about having children in the future. No matter how much you love a person, if your future goals and dreams don't align, especially if it pertains to having children, the marriage just won't last. You can't force anything on someone, especially if it's something as big as having kids. If you both want children, how many children do you want to have, and when? How will having children change the way you currently live? You will have to consider where you'll be living, how your finances will come into play, and your 5, 10, 15, and even 20-year plans if you do decide to have children. Keep on watching for some more ever important questions to ask your partner before tying the knot. Number 4, how ambitious are you? If you are ambitious, you probably want to be with someone who is as ambitious as you are. Are you comfortable with each other's level of ambition? How will this affect how much time you spend at work and your commitment to your career or family? Ambition can come into play when it comes to careers, hobbies, and more. It is a big thing to take into consideration, especially if your partner has ambitions to grow in his or her career, which would take a huge commitment and may require some sacrifices. Number 5, are you each satisfied with the frequency of your intimacy? A couple's sex life is a huge part of the relationship. Whether people like to admit it or not, there has to be a certain level of attractiveness and intimacy between two people in order for a relationship to strive and grow. Do your desire levels match? And how do you cope if they don't? Remember, you will be with this person for the rest of your life. If the intimacy is lacking, you will either have to accept it or find new ways to attract each other. This has to be an open discussion, even if it makes you a little uncomfortable. Number 6, are you happy with each other's approach to health? If you have a healthy lifestyle, you likely want a partner who has one too. Does one of you have a habit or habits that concerns the other? How important is a healthy lifestyle to you, and what does that encompass? These are important questions to ask, especially if you are concerned about how your partner's lifestyle and health may affect yours. Number 7, do you share a religion or spiritual practice, and in what way does that play a part in your life together? This is a big question to ask your partner, and is obviously something that you two should discuss before even getting engaged. Do you belong to a religious institution? How much time do you devote to your religious practice, and are you each understanding and respectful of the other's choices? If your partner is religious and devotes part of his or her time to this religion, is that something you're comfortable with? Number 8, how do you share responsibility in terms of kids and household duties? You will have to determine the different types of responsibilities you and your partner will have once you get married. Who is responsible for the housekeeping, and how do you divvy up your chores? Will having a child affect your work schedule or reduce your work hours? You will have to take all of these things into consideration before you get married. You will have to compromise about who does what around the house, and also take your careers into consideration. When you have kids, you also have to figure out who takes care of what, and how to delegate certain responsibilities. What do you think of the questions in this video? And what questions would you ask your partner before getting married? Let us know by commenting. Enjoyed this video? Hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, and thanks for watching.